projects all the time, a million entrepreneurial adventures, and so I've always looked to Amna as somebody who's able to use social media as a way to like make meaningful connections with clients and human connections with clients. So thanks for coming here and doing this.
Thank you for inviting me.
So we're all here together. How can we use each other as resources? How can we connect with each other's work and support each other and brainstorm about current projects that we have?
Right now, I'm the arts production and gallery manager. Pandemic and just being at home a lot more than I'm used to. I've done a lot of makeup, which is something I actually really enjoy, and I actually find that really relaxing. I know you can't tell because I'm not wearing any at the moment. Outside of makeup, I do hair when my friends let me. They let me dabble, do some cutting. I just kind of try everything. Anything anyone will let me try, I'll do it. It's relaxing for me. That's kind of where I want to end up in like the next, I want to say 5 years, but I know that there's schooling you have to go through and licensing and building enough credit to be able to actually open your business. So maybe like the next 7 years, I'd like to kind of open my own like all-inclusive spa.
So this has been a really interesting year because, you know, for the past 2 years, I've really had to put a lot of my creative work aside, and I've had to just teach full-time. I used to teach ESL as well as here a lot at Snug Harbor, sensory education, farm education, which I loved and was great, but all of the creative projects kind of went to the side. So now that I have more free time, I've been doing a lot of freelance photography, and I've also just been experimenting with more of my own designs, and so now I'm like ready to take it to the next level and be like, okay, so like what does it mean to have a full schedule of shoots booked, and what does it mean to start doing studio portraits, and how do I generate clientele and like a fan base. So I've been getting more comfortable with social media and figuring out like how I can make it work for me, because sometimes I used to find it like really overwhelming, and so I'm just here to learn from both of you and also contribute what I've been learning along the way.
The pandemic for me has been a time of not being able to take really physical actions, but it has allowed me to work towards other projects and create like actionable goals and plans, and I think that's one of the values that we have when not having as much distractions that can potentially take us away from sitting down and actually like working on a plan, because without a plan you can't really get your messaging straight, and messaging is the biggest part of branding. It's knowing what you're trying to get people to understand. So without a plan, I think it's really hard to stay consistent. Consistency is really important with branding. So hopefully after this, everyone, if that is what you're looking to do, can like put some notes down and get a simplified plan of what they want to portray, and then once you have that, everything kind of flows.
I came to support my friend Amna. She is doing well in business, so I came here to encourage her.
I like to spend my time really looking inward to see what kind of prisons that I've already put myself into, just by being conditioned and like living in this century and living as a first generation Filipino American in Staten Island. Really just trying to see what conditions are serving me, what came from my parents and just society. You know, it's so funny, you were saying it earlier about like all these things we want to do and like how to be actionable about it, and I find myself so indecisive about what it is that I actually want to spend my time in doing, because I love everything so much and I have so many ideas, and it's like I see the energy that I have to be so precious, and so how do I, like, which one do I choose? Which one deserves to live on and like flourish? And like, how am I judging which ones are what? Am I judging it from my mind, or am I letting my spirit and my essence kind of drive that forth? I think that's like my issue. I'm good at thinking. Our brains are really good at thinking and overanalyzing, and it takes me out of my essence. I feel like I've gotten in trouble as a child, like following my heart too much. So there's like, I'm trying to find the balance, and a part of me says like, we should just follow the heart and just like let everything else, you know, figure itself out.
Depending on what it is that you're being pulled in, you know, a lot of people, if these are all things that are true to who you are, 9 times out of 10, there'll be at least 2 of those things that you may be able to do together as a package where it kind of makes sense from a branding perspective. So if you're, if you do yoga, but you also have other types of meditation, maybe that's one project with various offerings. Maybe it's not 2 or 3 projects. You know, there's ways I think to kind of combine things without confusing what it is that you're trying to do at the core. And maybe, you know, yoga isn't the business. Maybe the business is self-help through a variety of channels. You know, or personal growth through yoga. You know, A, B, and C.
Oh my God, that was so true. Like, she knows.
Yeah.
Actually, she was telling me we should have started our own YouTube. I'm like, no, he can be on those ones. It's crazy. But the way we are is natural. Sometimes people, when they see us in social media, they think, oh my God, there's something big. I tell people, no. Whatever you see in social media sometimes is fake. You don't have to go and show something fake stuff. For example, during the pandemic, my whole hair was gray hair. And I was making video. My daughters are making fun of me. Oh my God, look at your hair. I'm like, fine. People know I'm in, quarantine. There's no way I'm gonna fix my hair, sit down like, I went to the salon. I don't want to give people a wrong hope. If they're sitting home and they're depressed and they have nothing, and I don't want to, jump in with all dressed up and makeup and feel like, oh my God, I'm doing better than you guys. No, I'm here to help them. So I have to come to their level where I feel and they feel we are connected together for this journey. So that's how I started with all this, combined social media stuff. You cannot post similar in YouTube because YouTube is a very different platform. They need people, and it's already, YouTube is there for a very long time. They're already a business or artist, everybody's already there. So for us, as small, we have to go through something, but it gives us the boost is Instagram right now. Because I can go on YouTube now, but it's going to take me years to build up the reputation what I built up already on Instagram as a small business person. But you can keep your files ready. You can just have an account where you can just keep putting on it. Once you have time, you can just fix it and then go on from there.